If there is one thing that we all, Democrats, Republicans, and independents, can agree with, it's that no one wants to pay more taxes than they have to. I'm cautiously optimistic, given the reports that we have heard, both from the majority party and from the governor, and will be voting in favor of House Bill 1. That said, it is our responsibility as a legislature to take care of our community, to invest in the things that make our Commonwealth great. These are our schools, our jobs, our healthcare, housing, roads, and safety. All of these things are vitally important to our future, and they all cost money. It is also our fiscal responsibility to prepare for the inevitable downturn, to invest in our kids' futures, and to help the people of Kentucky. We have not had a quote-unquote normal year since the legislature began to decrease the income tax rate. We have had a global pandemic, we've had high inflation rates, and we've had a major influx in federal funding through the American Rescue Plan Act and the Inflation Reduction Act, both of which the state has been able to use to meet its needs. We don't have that now. The financially prudent protocol right now would be to wait and see, to see how our budget looks in this current economic outlook before we consider further action. I do want to commend this body for addressing the overall tax burden on Kentuckians. I am very concerned about the transition to a consumption-based sales tax as well. I believe that that will disproportionately impact our lower income families. And by lower income families, I'm not talking about people who are making minimum wage necessarily. I'm talking about anyone who might be one medical bill away from living on the streets. Anybody who can't afford to save for their kids' college education. Anybody who can't afford to buy a house. These are people who are going to be disproportionately impacted. So while they may save $134 a year if they're making $50,000 a year in income, they would save $134 per year with this proposed tax cut. They will easily pay more than that in sales tax. These are the same people who are already struggling with the costs of childcare, with food and housing. I think we should be more thoughtful about those daily struggles and working to put more than $134 into their pockets. I think we should be providing them with a $1,000 tax credit that they can use for these costs, for housing, daycare, food, and the many, many expenses that come with raising small children. Mr. Speaker, I have a floor amendment to address that disparity, and I'd like to introduce that now.